You're tuned into Live in the DTV. Good morning, good morning. I'm Jabril, and today we're talking about the 4 M's of business. Make your patrons and customers go, I like that, when they think about and come to your business. We've got all that and more right now on Live in the DTV. Stay tuned. Good morning. All right.
Understand, there's a million different people in the city. Is your first same as any other day? Is my place within the world inside your head? Can you see that we look like different people, you and me? Different eyes and different skin and different dreams. Different reasons to be acting differently. You and me, I can myself. Can you see my point of view? Can you see my point of view? Is there room for two? I can myself. Can you see my point of view? Can you see my point of view? Is there room for two? I don't think so. It ain't so. You're all people. You're all equal. Can you see my point of view? Can you see my point of view? Is there room for two? You know, a perspective we've been hiding in the flow. What is foreign is as fit as the unknown. We're protecting what we got inside our hearts. We are free. My point of view, my point of view is that both parts
All right. I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2. You're live.
All right, we are live. We are live. You are tuned in to Live in the DTV, and thank you for joining us today. We have a wonderful show to you. We have a wonderful show for you today. As always, we have like 3 to 4 different camera angles. So I'm not looking directly at you on Instagram or on our live feed on our website or even on the WVAE station. I'm just looking at another one of this. I'm just looking at another one of the cameras. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining us this morning. And as always, we have some interesting things to share with you today. Today, we're talking about the 4 M's of business. Make your customers and patrons go, and leave a good taste in their mouth when they think about coming in your business. When they've come to your business and they left, you want to leave a good taste in your patron's mouth. So we want to talk to you about how to do that based off our research and experience, and of course give you some links so you can research these things for yourself and find out your own information. You want to fact check it, right? We don't want to just put something out there and leave it with you. We want you to be able to say, oh, okay, he was on a morning with this. He was right. As always, we got a fit tip coming from our very own Miss Penny Love Fitness, and it is the week of Juneteenth. So Juneteenth, of course, is a holiday that is now celebrated, especially in the Black community. And we have several events on Juneteenth happening this weekend, not only in the local city that I'm in Detroit, but also we have an announcement for Juneteenth events in Mississippi, and I'm sure there are several Juneteenth events nationwide. So we have some of those to share with you, and much, much more right here on Live in the DTV. And we see some people on our live feed joining. Good morning, Gerard. How are you? And we hope all is well with you all. So, I just said Juneteenth. Officially, Juneteenth, National Independence Day, is a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans, deriving its name from combining June and 19th. It's celebration of the anniversary of the order issued by Major General Gordon Granger on June 19th, 1865, proclaiming free of slaves. But it became officially federal recognized holiday in 2021. And, as we do, like people, we're not just going to celebrate Juneteenth on June 19th every year. No, we're too big for that. We got to go extra. So we celebrate it from June 13th to 19th. So as far as I'm concerned, it's Juneteenth all week long. And again, we got some great events going on this weekend in the city of Detroit, but also I've connected with some people in Fayette, Mississippi, and they have some events too that we're going to share and all that. We're going to play about 5 more minutes, 5 to minutes more music, 5 to 10 more minutes of music, and then we're going to come back and talk to you about some of the 4 M's of business. Make your patrons go, and leave a good taste in their mouth right here on Live in the DTV. We'll be right back. This song soon. Gotta play some of Gerard's music pretty soon. So how about you say it? Take my hand until the sun goes down. Hold me close so I love you back. How about we all just forget? Oh, out of my own. Vacations have the best week. Sensations, it's not as long as I'm
Said wake up, wanna see more. Cause I only ask you politely if you'd like to go. Cause we're inside you. Oh, so why don't you come on so I can stay? Take my hand and turn circles round. Hold me closer, I love you now. How about we all just forget? Oh, I'll leave a patience at the speed. Sensations as long as it's as long as I'm with
Zeph.
You okay? Hard to touch the food.
Are you gonna did you get used to me? I had myself a girl just so I can feel the heat again. Are you too tired to say you couldn't sleep with me? I'm missing when you miss the time you did get me. Reading old texts, taking my lessons, and my own contentment. Wishing you still let your adoration still in the things. Say Julie, don't confuse me. Are you sick of me or not? If you don't message me because you're busy, or because you forgot. I found love, I run around, dirty, and I can't believe it. You're thinking about me, I'm thinking about the possibility, really ain't that sure. Please send me a food, I just sent her out back into your so make me understand, and I'm running out of time. You push them to bed, but you rather not talk or talk to someone else to say it's too but still you think you are. They say it to my face, it makes the silence in my heart. Reading old texts, making my life sense in my own contentment. Wishing you still let your adoration spill in the things. Say what you mean, don't confuse me. Are you sick of me or not? If you don't message me because you're busy, or because you forgot. You're thinking about me, I'm thinking about the possibility, really ain't that true. Please say we're just separate, I don't wanna get to you. So make me understand. Possibility really is that you Tell you what I want, what I really want.
Tell me what you want, what you really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. So tell me what you want, what you really want. I wanna, really want to get it. If you want my future, get my hand. If you wanna get with me, then make it bad. Come for this, this is time. We'll be just fine. Tell me what I want, what I really want. Tell me what you want, what you really want. I get with my friend. Make it last forever. Friendship never What you think about that? Now you know that. Here's a story from fantasy. I'm born in a house and people live that spinning in a place of life. Catching life and I can see life and it's easy. It's a complete. She's ready. When you see someone now, wind it all around. Somebody now, wind it all around. Somebody now, wind it all around. Somebody now, wind it all around.
Understand, there's a million different people in the street. Is your face the same as any other day? Is your face with the world inside your head? Nothing. Can you see that we look like different people? You have different eyes and different skin and different trees. Different reasons to be acting differently. You and me, you're my soul. My point of view is there. Can you see? Can you see? My point of view is there. And I know perspective and hiding in the flow. What is foreign is as shit as the unknown. Protected, not inside. We are free, free to judge and free to love and free to be. point of view is never for so.
All right, we are back. We are back. You are still sitting live in the DTV. I am Jabril, and today we're talking about the 4 M's of business. You want to leave a good taste in your customers and patrons' mouths when they come to visit your business. You know, right? You want your business to be like that noodle soup, just so good. So the 4 M's of business. We're gonna give you a little taste, then we're gonna get a tip, and we'll be right back with the rest. The 4 M's of business. First, management. Yes, management. That word gets scary, doesn't it? Management. Not only to think about running your own business or your own product, like if you're kind of solo right now, but also working with someone else. It's always people get weird about management. We get like it's like this thing that no one wants to do, no one wants to talk about, no one wants to be in management, no one wants to talk to management, no one wants to hear from management. It's like management is almost the villain, right? On either side. But if we're going to have our own independent businesses, then we got to talk about management because management is important. We just dropped the Instagram feed. Let me bring it back up right quick. All right. All right. So yeah, we got to be talking about management. But what does management entail? So managers have several functions within an organization. You use these functions divided into and usually see these functions divided into four interconnected groups. Understanding them can help you identify your strengths and areas you need to improve on. For and improve your training to improve your skills. All right. So management's four interconnected groups. First, planning. The planning stage. The first function of a manager is to set goals. These goals may be for individual employees, departments, or an entire organization. Depending on the manager's level of responsibility, in addition to setting goals, managers often develop action items along with strategies and resources to complete tasks and meet goals. So, of course, the planning stage of management. Which honestly, that's my favorite part of any project is planning is like really shelling it out. Now, here's the part I know I need a bit of work on. Organizing. Meeting organizational goals requires putting the right people in the right places. Managers can play an important role in choosing workers for positions and projects. Knowing how to group people and help them build relationships often significantly affects how well the group works together. Sometimes managers need to train employees for specific tasks to ensure they have the knowledge and skills they need to succeed. Now, I said I need to work on that because while I'm good at like putting the whole plan together and generally good at picking people to work on the plan, getting people to kind of shell and work together, feeling and working with that kind of human error emotion, being emotionally intelligent, that's where I need some improvement. So as I'm managing different projects. All right, motivating. Managers help motivate employees to show up and stay productive. This includes sharing common vision, encouraging them to develop their strengths, and inspiring them to do their best work at all times. Having effective communication skills is essential for filling this role. And the last one, the last interconnected group of the four is evaluating. Managers typically spend time measuring the success of their teams and how well they meet their goals. The more they understand what works and what doesn't work, the better prepared they are to make decisions in the future. Managers must understand and adjust strategies to meet company goals. So evaluating is absolutely important. You have to evaluate your team, you have to evaluate the project. Every time I do a big project, I always like to, whether I'm a manager or just a team member, I always like to be evaluate and evaluate. Like I even cross evaluate. I question and actually talk to the manager and I say, hey, do you have a system down? And I think when we came across X, this is a solution for it. We don't want to just be that team member that complains. We want to be solution oriented and show people that we're paying attention. And as the manager, of course, you want to be as just as, if not more, solution oriented. So you want to let your team members know, okay, this is what went right and what worked great with the project. Which kind of goes back to motivating because you start with what's good and what's great. Then you're not starting with criticism. You're starting with what works, and then you double back and it's like when this is where we need improvement. Then boom, in my experience, you'll just see a team grow and flourish and won't be excited about the work that they're doing. All right, there are still three more of business that we have to get through. But first, we're gonna have a fit tip by our very own Miss Penny Love Fitness, who is a proud supporter and sponsor of our show. So, without further ado, here is this week's fit tip brought to you by Penny Love Fitness. Check it out.
Loves Penny here with this week's Fit Tip.
Mm.
So I have some of my favorite stretches for you, especially if you're like me and you sit down and work at a job all day. I love what I do for a living, but sometimes all that sitting can cause tight hips and pain in my lower back and legs. Some of my favorite stretches are actually yoga poses, the butterfly. So with the butterfly, you sit on a flat surface on the ground, bring the soles of your feet together, keep your back nice and straight. You're going to wrap your first two fingers around your big toe and use your elbows to gently press your knees into the floor. As you do this, you want to maintain a straight spine, and if you can, gently fold forward towards your feet. You don't want to fold forward where you're bringing your hips and your tush off the ground. So make sure it's nice and gentle and only go to a place where you feel comfortable. Feel that stretch. You're sitting nice and tall and breathe deeply. Another is the reclined pigeon, which looks like you are laying down on the floor looking up at your legs in a number four. So you can lie with your back on your back with your feet planted flat and your knees bent. You'll take your right ankle on top of your left knee, keeping your foot flexed to activate your muscles. Reach around your left thigh, pull your legs to your chest until you feel a stretch. You'll breathe deeply if you feel any tightness. Inhale and exhale. Release the tightness. Put your feet back on the floor and you'll repeat with the other side. Placing your left ankle on top of your right knee, bringing your flexed foot up to activate your muscles. Reach around your right thigh and pull your legs to your chest until you feel that stretch. Breathe deeply into any tightness. And you're going to hold each side for about 10 breaths. Another is the low lunge. So the low lunge is a very simple pose and is very effective at creating length and flexibility in the hip flexor. You want to keep your front knee over the foot, your core tight, and your back nice. And of course, breathe. So you don't want to hold your breath while you're doing this particular stretch. And the yogi squat. The yogi squat is very simple and it's a great way to stretch both the inner and outward hips. So you're just going to stand with your feet hip distance apart, toes slightly turned out, and slowly squat down, bringing your hands to your heart center right in front of your chest. You can use your elbows to push your knees away from you gently, creating a deeper stretch. Or you can stack blocks or books underneath you and sit on them to support your bottom and provide a gentler stretch for you. And lastly, child's pose. So child's pose can seem like a resting pose, but it can actually be quite effective for opening the body and releasing tension. There's some variations to this posture, but we'll do one with the knees apart. So you floor, sitting on your heels with your knees apart. The torso between your thighs as you bring your arms overhead. You're going to breathe to any tightness you feel in your shoulders, low back, and hips. Inhale and exhale, and we'll do this for 10 breaths. To help support your body in a day filled with sitting, try to incorporate these exercises in your routine. And when a pose gets difficult for you, turn to your breath, focusing on the inhale and exhalation. The breath is the most important element of the poses. Now, if there's too much tension or too much tightness, go ahead and release your body from the pose. But part of that tension and tightness is your body getting acclimated to stretching those muscles that are used to being tight all day.
All right, thank you, Miss Penny Love, again for this week's Fit Tip. As always, we learn something new. We get stretches, we get hydration, we get fitness regimens. We just get health in general. Things we're sitting. A lot of us have desk jobs. We're sitting a lot. We're sitting all day. Or even if we do something in a trade, it's a lot of bending and lifting and pulling. So always continue to always remember to stretch and work your body right and keep yourself moving. Mobility and agility, to me, are key to being healthy and long and long life and strong. Just like it equates to strength. You won't have as much raw strength as maybe just lifting weights, but you'll be able to be more mobile. Okay, we're gonna give you another M, and then we're gonna play more of the music you love right here on Live in the DTV. So another M to make your business good, like noodle soup, and leave a great taste in our customers and patrons' mouths is marketing. Yes, you already know. I want to talk about the marketing. We gotta get information out there. Your customers gotta know who you are. So, what are the four? And there are 4 P's to marketing. So we went from M to P. From before the end of this, we might go through the whole alphabet. All right, there are 4 P's of marketing: product, price, plan, and promotion. The 4 P's of marketing is collectively made up of the essential a company needs to market a product or service. A person by the name Neil Borden popularized the idea of marketing mix and the concept of the 4 P's all the way back in the 1950s. So the 1950s, that's like 70 years ago. So this has been this. So marketing is something new that our business should be doing, right? That's something that we've been. That's something that we should be doing on a regular. And I mean, if somebody came up with this theory 70 years ago, and we're in 2023, and you're not marketing your business, buddy, what are you doing? So we got to get on our marketing. For this for the full article on marketing, I'll link it in the description. It's a whole thing by investopedia.com. It says terms of marketing and all that to get a full dive into what that marketing is. And as always, if you need some assistance with your small business, with your marketing, you can check us out. My Future is Bright Productions. We provide marketing materials for your business, so demonstrations, commercials, short-term videos, social media videos that you might need. We can put you a plan together to help get your marketing plan started, as well as we have a wonderful graphics team that can handle your flyers, your business cards, your yard signs, whatever you need. We're basically a one-stop shop for you. So check out My Future is Bright Productions at myfutureproductions.com and let us help you with your marketing get started. All right, we're going to play some more of the music you love, and then we're going to let you know those last two M's of business. Leave a great taste in your patrons and customers' mouths. Right here, you're tuned in to Live in the DTV. By the way, I do not own the rights to this music, so copyright law 107, which we seem to have to read every week, is fair use. Copyright disclaimer under the Section 107 Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, which is basically what we're doing, teaching, which we give information, we're an edutainment channel, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So we can play music as long as we're putting commentary with it, and as long as we're giving people something to learn. So don't take our feed down, Instagram, Facebook, and all the FCC people. All right. We're going to play more music up right now online, and you're still tuned into Live in the DTV.
There's a million different people in the street. Is your face the same as any other? Is my place within the world inside your head? Nothing. When you see that we look like different people, you agree. Different eyes and different skin and different trees. Different reasons to be acting differently. You and me, I can know it's us. My point of view, my point of view is that we I can know it's us. My point of view, my point of view is that I don't think so. Protecting what we got inside our we are free, free to touch and free to love and free to be, free to act like we have got some decency, free to act like you are you and I am me, I am me. In the morning sun, I'm going my point of view, my point of view is that You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah.
All right, we are back. We are back. You are still sitting live in the DTV. And today we're talking about the four M's of business. You want to leave a good taste in your patrons' mouths. So, what are the four M's of business? Before we finish our four M's of business, remember, I said at the beginning of the show, we got Juneteenth events coming up. So we got Juneteenth events. So we want to mention our Juneteenth events as well as after the show. Go ahead and check out our Facebook and our Instagram and our later on today. Those Juneteenth events are going to be listed. First up, we've got the 7th annual Juneteenth on Farish Festival. Now, this is in Mississippi, June 17th, Saturday, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the historic Farish Street, and that is in Mississippi. So find out where Farish Street is in Mississippi, and lives in the Jefferson County area, and go to the Juneteenth Farish Festival. As well as we have the June, now this one is in Detroit, Michigan. We have the Juneteenth Jubilee this Saturday as well. This is in Detroit, Michigan. The Juneteenth Jubilee, a black business stroll on the Illinois Historic Avenue of Fashion. So Illinois, between 6 and 8 Mile, they're gonna have a Juneteenth Jubilee small business stroll from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Be sure you want to check that out. They're gonna have giveaways, live entertainment, discounts, fashion shows, HBCU tailgating, and much, much more. It's a free event. Miss Sandy Lane, who has been a guest on our show on more than one occasion, is going to be there giving face paintings and demonstrations as well. So you don't want to miss it. Again, that's Juneteenth Jubilee. All right. Now, back to these four M's of business. We want to leave a good taste in our patrons and supporters and customers' mouths when they come to our business, when they visit our business, and when they just generally hear about it. So, what are the four M's of business? We've already went over management and marketing, right? So we're going to finish up this list, and that's all about the time we have. So let's start over. To recap and do a full view. Managers. Managers have several functions within an organization. You usually see these functions divided into four interconnected groups. Understanding them can help you identify your strengths and areas of need that you need to improve. The proper training to improve your skills of management. Management divides into four interconnected groups. Planning. The first function of a manager is to set goals. These goals may be for individual employees, departments, or the entire organization, depending on the manager's level of responsibility. In addition to setting goals, managers often develop action items along with strategies and resources to complete tasks and meet goals. Organizing, got to be organized. Meeting organizational goals requires putting the right people in the right places. Managers can play an important role in choosing workers for positions and projects. Knowing how to group people and help them build relationships often significantly affects how well the group works together. Sometimes managers need to train employees for specific tasks to ensure they have the knowledge and skills they need to succeed. Motivate, of course, got to motivate that team, got to keep them inspired to keep working, and got to keep them inspired and excited about the projects. Managers help motivate employees to show up and stay productive. This includes sharing a common vision, encouraging the team to develop their strengths, and inspire them to do their best work at all times. Having effective communication skills is essential for filling the role. Evaluating. Managers typically spend time measuring the success of their teams and how well they meet goals. The more they understand what works and what doesn't, the better prepared they are to make decisions in the future. Managers must understand and adjust strategies to meet company goals. So you got to meet those goals, you got to evaluate. Marketing. Of course, there are 4 P's to marketing: product, price, plan, and promotion. I'm sorry, product, price, place, and promotion. Those are the 4 P's of marketing. We went from to P. We might go through the entire alphabet, as I said before. Product, price, plan, and promotion are the 4 P's of marketing. The 4 P's collectively make up the essential mix and company needs to market a product and service. Neil Borden popularized the idea of marketing mix and the concept of the 4 P's in the 1950s. So again, over 70 years ago, right, Mr. Abdul? Meaning, what does your all right, this one I came up with myself. The last 2 Meaning, what is your motivation in the first place? Find your why. Why did you start your business? Who does it serve? What's the plan? What's the bottom line? What is the ultimate goal of your business organization? Find a meaning. You got to have a meaning. And when you find a meaning to your business, it'll really help you figure out the marketing, the management, what's behind it, but that's got to have a meaning so that way you can put the marketing and the management behind it. You put the right people in the right place. My place, where are you? Where in the world are you? So whether you're a brick and mortar or online, or even if you're in between and just do pop-up shops right now because you're still getting your stuff together, customers need to know where to be able to find you. It just can't be with social media posts either. You need to be able to stand out. You need to be able to put those 6 media posts and a stack of business cards sitting in your car. No, you got to be passionate about and care about it. And that's go back to finding your why. Because that was me a few years ago, about a year and a half ago. I just put a couple social media posts up here and there, but I wasn't really taking it seriously. I wasn't really as passionate about it as I thought I was. And now being more intentional with my action, you got to be intentional with your action. So you got to be like my place and walk into other places like they're your place. As that saying goes, walk into every place like you own it, or walk into every place like you deserve to be there, like you own it, like you are the person that they need, because they need your service. They need the quality that you have. So put up social media posts more than just twice in a month, but do things that garner and get results. And if you want to really be there, you gotta have a place. You gotta let people know where you are. So we assess, we design a lot of aspects of your business, and once you do that, you're able to meet your financial goals, your personal goals, being intentional on how many people you want to reach out to, how many people you want to lock in as customers, and feel comfortable and not feeling so odd. But ultimately, remember, your meaning will help you to keep talking and telling people about yourself and where to find you. So in conclusion, we want our businesses to be noodle soup. Good. Leave a great taste in our customers and get patrons' mouths. So good management, plan, organize, motivate, evaluate. Strategic marketing, product, price, place, and promotion are the 4 P's of marketing. The 4 P's collectively are an essential mix of a company's need to market a product or service and promote promote. Solid meaning. What is your motivation in the first place? Find your why. Why do you start your business? Who does it serve? What's the plan? And why should anyone else care besides you? Why should we care? Solid meaning. And of course, clear location, aka my place, where to find you. Doesn't matter if you're online or brick and mortar, but you got to be throwing it out there. This is where I'm going to be. This is my place. This is my brick and mortar, or I'm doing a bunch of pop-up shops. So you got to have that online social media presence. All right, Mr. Abdul is getting on me. He said that's all the time we have. He's telling me to wrap it up. But Mr. Abdul, what's the final word? What's your final word and final thought?
So my final thought is when things go haywire, don't react. Process the information. Come up with solutions, then act.
Come up with solutions, then act.
Yes, sir.
So basically, don't be reactionary.
Yes, sir.
Think about process the information, think about what's going on, and then come up with a way to respond to it.
Yes,
that way you're not so reactionary and emotional.
yes.
I like it. I like it a lot. So on that note, we'll leave you. I am Jabril. You're tuned into Live in the DTV. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope those 4 M's of businesses really got you thinking, really got you help thinking about your next steps in your business, your marketing, your management, where you want to be, what you want to be known for. As always, we'll see you next week right here on Live in the DTV when we have a very special guest, a life coach that is also a natural vegan. Yes, more about that next week on Live in the DTV. And of course, we'll have promotional materials going out on our social media. So be sure to follow us on Live in the TV on Facebook, Instagram to keep up with us and hear about our upcoming guests next week. All right, I'm Jabril, and I'll see you soon.